Hello friends, in this lecture you will see the differences in between the two types of the plants, monocotyledons and the dicotyledons, and I am sure with the help of this following points you can easily differentiate in between the monocotyledon plant and the dicotyledon plant. Monocotyledonous plant, its root is fibrous, means it shows the fibrous root system, while the dicotyledonous plant shows the type of taproot type of root system. And there is a difference in between the fibrous root system and the taproot system. The fibrous root system of the monocot, it shows the different types, different fiber like structure in the roots, and in the dicotyledonous plant the taproot system is there, means there occur one main root, and from that main root one some other branches arises, which is known as its branches as a secondary root, tertiary root, and thereafter. So these two types of roots are, so I have this root, fibrous root. This is the fibrous root of monocotyledon plants. As in this root the root fibers are present, there is no main root, no branches, only fibers like roots. So this is a fibrous roots, the root system of monocotyledon plant. While I have one more root system, this root system is not fibrous, this root system is called taproot system, the taproot system of the dicotyledonous plants. So what differences you are observing there in these two types of the root system? Here you can see in this root system one main root is there, and from this main root small secondary roots, and from that secondary roots the tertiary roots comes out. So this is the difference in between the roots of the monocotyledonous plant and the dicotyledonous plants. This monocotyledonous plant shows the fibrous root system, while the dicotyledonous plant shows the taproot system. The fibrous root system and the taproot system can be understood by watching this original root system as a fibrous and the taproot system. I think now you can understand the monocot with the dicot by comparing their roots. The fibrous root present in the monocotyledon, the taproot present in the dicotyledon. Now the second point of the monocotyledons and the dicotyledons. Second point regarding the leaf. The leaf of the monocotyledonous plant shows the parallel type of venation, while the leaf of the dicotyledonous plant shows the net-like or reticulate type of venation. What is this parallel venation and the net-like or the reticulate type of venation in these two plants? The parallel venation means the type of or arrangement of the veins and venlet inside the leaf parallel to each other, by which the different fluids passes through that veins to the all parts of the leaf, like the water and the other minerals. And the net-like or the reticulate venation, in this type of venation the veins or venlets are arranged in a net-like manner or in a reticulate manner, means in a very complex manner. So a network of veins you will see in the net-like or reticulate venation, which is the venation system of the dicotyledonous plant, while in the monocotyledonous plant parallel venation you will see. So I have the leaf which will help you to understand the parallel venation, the venation in the monocotyledonous plant. If you can see this mid vein or mid venlets, in this venlets all the veins will run parallelly. So this is the venation of the monocotyledonous plants in which all the veins are arranged parallelly to each other, and this type of venation inside the leaf is known as parallel venation, which is the specific venation of the monocotyledonous plant. While the dicotyledonous plant's venation is like this. I have one more leaf to explain the reticulate type of venation. You can see these mid veins, and in this mid veins there are no parallel venation. These venlets are arranged in a network like structure. So you can see this network like structure. This type of arrangement is nothing but the reticulate or net like arrangement in the leaf for as a venation. So there is a big difference in between the parallel venation and the reticulate venation. So parallel venation is the venation of the monocotyledonous plant, and the net like or reticulate venation is the venation of dicotyledonous plant. Then the next point regarding the seeds. The seeds of the monocotyledon shows the presence of only one cotyledon in its embryo, while the seeds of the dicotyledonous plants shows two cotyledons in their seed. If one cotyledon is there, it is called monocot. If two cotyledon is there, it is called dicot. So I had the original example of this seeds to explain the seed of the monocotyledonous plant and the dicotyledonous plant. For example, the rice, for example, the maize, for example, jawar, for example, bajra, and the other types of the plants. All these plants shows the monocotyledonous type of seeds as they are having only one cotyledon. So you can see there is only one cotyledon in this maize, and in this rice there is only one cotyledon. While I have one more example of the dicotyledonous plant, the gram seed and the almonds. If you cut these almonds, you will get two cotyledons. If you cut this gram, it will convert into two mirror image part, and that mirror image part is nothing but the two cotyledons of these seed. So here you can understand by the monocotyledon and dicotyledon by comparing their seeds. So seeds of the monocotyledon shows the presence of only one cotyledon. Seeds of the dicotyledon shows the presence of two cotyledons. Then the next point is stem. Now we'll compare the stem of the monocotyledon with the dicotyledon stem. The stem of the monocotyledon, in this stem, the vascular bundle is complexly arranged. Means the vascular bundle scattered in the section of the stem. If you take the section of the stem, here I am explaining it with the help of this diagram. If you cut this stem, if you take the section, you will see all these dots shows the vascular bundle, and all these vascular bundle are scattered or complexly arranged everywhere in the all surface of this stem. So this is the vascular bundle which is complexly or arranged or scattered in everywhere in the stem surface. This is the stem vascular bundle of the monocotyledon. What is the difference in the dicotyledon as compared to the stem of the monocotyledon? The stem of the dicotyledonous plant, in this dicotyledonous plant stem, the vascular bundle arranged in a ring-like structure. Here you can see this ring-like structure is nothing but the arrangement of the vascular bundle. It assumes the shape of the ring. So this is the stem of dicotyledonous plant, and this is the stem of monocotyledonous plant. In the monocotyledonous plant, vascular bundle scattered or spread everywhere in the whole stem, while in the stem of the dicotyledonous plant, vascular bundle form a ring-like structure. Now the next point to compare in between the monocotyledon and dicotyledon is here flower. The flower of the monocotyledon, it shows the three floral parts. Only three floral parts you will see in the flower of the monocotyledon, like in this diagram. One floral part, another floral part, and another one floral part. For example, in this petals, only three petals are there. So this is the monocotyledon's flower of this is a monocotyledon flower, and the flower of the dicotyledon, there is a little bit change in the flower structure. The flower of the dicotyledon shows the 4 to 5 floral parts. Like in this diagram, you can see the number of petals: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the difference in between the flower of the monocotyledon and the dicotyledon? The difference lies here in having the floral parts. The floral parts, only 3 in the monocotyledon's plant flower, and the floral part in the dicotyledon's plant are 5 in number. Then the next point to compare the monocotyledon with the dicotyledon, its pollen grain. The pollen grain, the male sex organ in the flower. This pollen grain has a little bit changes in between the structure, in between these two, mono and dicot. The monocot pollen grain shows only one pore or only one furrow. This is the specific structure of the pollen grain of monocotyledonous plant. Only one pore or only one furrow, while the pollen grain of the dicotyledon shows the 3 pores or 3 furrow. So there is the differences regarding the number of pores in the pollen grain of the dicotyledon's pollen grains. There are 3 pores and only 1 pores in the monocotyledonous plants. Then the next point regarding the branches. The branches of the monocotyledonous plant is usually it is having, these type of plants are having no branches, or rarely you will see the monocotyledons with the branch. So the branches in the monocotyledonous plants rarely present, or either rarely present or there will be no branch in this monocotyledonous plant. But what about the branches of the dicotyledonous plant? The branches in the dicotyledonous plants, the system is profusely branched. This tree you will see with a lot of branches, profusely branched. So branches of the mono and dicotyledonous plants are there. And the last point to compare the growth system. The secondary growth in the monocotyledons is absent. There is no secondary growth, while the secondary growth in the dicotyledonous plant is often, you will see it is often present there. So this is about the monocotyledons features and the dicotyledonous feature, and I hope with the help of all these points, the roots, the leaves, the seeds, the stem, the flower, the pollen grain, branches and secondary growth, you can easily understand, you can easily distinguish, you can easily differentiate in between the monocotyledonous plant and the dicotyledonous plant. Monocotyledonous plant roots fibrous root, dicotyledonous root tap root. Leaf of the monocotyledonous plant shows the parallel venation. Leaf of the dicotyledonous plant shows the net-like or the reticulate venation. Seed shows only one cotyledon of monocot, and the dicot seed shows a 2 cotyledon. Stem shows the vascular bundle complexly arranged, not in a ring shape. The stem of dicotyledon shows the vascular bundle arrangement as a ring-like structure. The flower of the monocotyledon shows the 3 floral part, while the floral part in the dicotyledonous plants are almost 4 to 5. Pollen grain of the monocotyledonous plant shows only one pore or furrow. Pollen grains of the dicotyledonous plant shows 3 pores or furrow. Branches, usually no branches or rarely branched. In the monocot, dicot, profusely branched, lot of branches you will see. Secondary growth in the monocot absent. Secondary growth in the dicotyledonous plant often present. Thank you.